Welcome back to The Real Room. I'm your host, Lucretia Mitchell. And on this episode, I'm sitting with a woman who, from the moment I first saw her play, made it very clear that she was in a league of her own. She's not just a legend in Oklahoma basketball, she is the standard. From the hardwood at Millwood to the Hall of Fame at OCU, her game was always a statement. Fluid, fierce, focused every time she stepped on that court. She brought more than talent. She brought the truth. And if you were watching closely, you saw it wasn't just about the points, the wins, or the trophies. It was about the freedom to show up as herself fully and unapologetically. What I admire most isn't just her skill, it's her spirit, her unwavering will to live life on her own terms, not the ones others try to hand to her. That kind of strength is rare. That kind of authenticity, even rarer. Today, we're not just talking about stats. We're talking about soul, about what it takes to choose your own path, to rewrite the rules, and to stand firm in who you are, especially as a Black woman, especially in spaces that try to mold you into something else. I'm honored to welcome this powerhouse to the mic, so let's get into it. Well, Real Room, we have the famous Takesha Watson in the building.
I don't know about famous. I don't know about famous.
I am excited. Come on, for the Real Room fam out there that don't know who you are, give us your elevator spiel of who you are.
Who am I? That's a good question.
Come on.
Keisha Watson, graduate of Longfellow. Let's start there. Park Estates, Wildwood.
Come on.
Went on to Millwood, since 5th grade all the way to my senior year. Went from there, OCU, and that's it.
Yeah.
A proud mother of one.
Come on.
That's it.
Come on.
Simple, straight to the point. Yep.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Okay. We always do this or that on the show before we get into it, because we're about to get into it, because the people need to hear from you. Okay. This or that. Let's go with chill night, or you like to be out?
No, chill.
Yeah.
All day. I'm a homebody.
Yeah.
I prefer to be in. Even more now.
Yeah.
That's the way this society is right now.
I get it.
I'm in.
I get it.
Always.
Yeah.
Always, yeah.
I'm with you. I'm like, I don't have to go nowhere.
And don't.
I am
Because if I can't enjoy where I pay rent, I don't need to be there.
That part.
I don't need to go.
That part. Okay. So I know y'all have all been wondering, and we finally got her here.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to, because this is a question that you get a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like on social media, it's always like people are always asking you, let's talk about basketball.
Mm-hmm.
So that you can clear the air,
All right.
Make it very clear for the folks about, are you coming back to basketball now that your sister has the head coach position at Millwood?
Absolutely not.
And why?
One, when I left the game of basketball completely, when I stopped playing completely, I left it. You have to leave when you're playing behind before you start coaching. Because if not, if I get that call like, hey, can you come overseas?
Yeah.
Now I'm leaving some girls.
Yeah.
When I stopped playing and I said I'm done, I never went back. When I stopped coaching, when I'm done, I'm never going back. Because for me, my son is more important than some girls that I'm coaching.
Yeah.
Seeing me in the stands is more important than my mama having to take care of him.
Yeah.
For me, it's bigger than basketball.
Yeah.
I did my time. I gave basketball my whole life. Now it's time for him to give what he wants and me pour into him what I had.
Yeah.
I don't have I'm not in the capacity to do so. And I have no desire to coach at all. None. When I leave the school at 3:30, I'm in my car at 3:31. Yeah, I don't want to wait on the girls coming in at 4 and I'm getting off. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I have no desire. Now, I'll watch it. I do that. I watch my son. But other than that,
yeah,
I'm done.
Okay.
I have nothing left. I gave him all I had. I gave the sport all I had.
Listen,
I'm empty.
you gave us a lot.
Exactly. I'm empty.
You gave us a lot.
I sacrificed a lot for that game, and it's good.
Yeah.
I'm
and
happy.
and you're at peace with your decision.
I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when I left it that day, me and Dior, I said, I'm done.
Yeah.
I wiped it and never went back. Now I train because it's an hour.
Yeah.
You know, he can be there an hour. Other than
Yeah.
that, I have no desire to do anything that pertains to clapping,
Yeah.
clipboards, scout reports, training, weight room, none of that.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy that.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
So y'all heard it here. Don't ask her again, okay?
Please don't ask me again. It ain't happening. Y'all can't tell me what my life is around this period. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
You know, everybody, oh my God, you're going to go back. You can't walk past the gym.
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Because I'm done. My heart doesn't desire that. It does not. I have no desire.
And I love that. You know, I think a lot of people, they don't sit in their truth or they don't accept their truth, right? And
when it's done, it's done.
It's over, right? And so you have made the decision to pour into your first ministry, which is your son.
Exactly.
And you have made a decision to walk away from it and let that be your focus.
That's
and
it.
so some people will try to juggle and do
yeah.
both, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes be miserable or upset. And so I'm glad that you were like, hey, this is it. So
And he knows it.
yeah.
Yeah, he knows it.
Yeah.
Mama, you gonna be at my game? I'm not gonna say, oh, I have a basketball game.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that. Because he complains when I have one client.
Yeah.
So imagine a whole season
Yeah.
and no, I'm not taking away from him. Because I'm already tired of teaching, you know, elementary.
Yeah.
After that, and then you go to basketball, and then when I get home, he sleep.
Yeah.
That's not fair to him.
Yeah.
So
I love it. I listen, I commend you. I remember so you was at Millwood, I was at Southeast. I remember everybody like, okay, who guarding Keisha? Because I ain't. And then of course Kayla Elliott, right? That was always y'all two together. I just always respected y'all's game and just how y'all played. And so you are definitely a force, and I'll never forget that. Like you set the standard for us. So I appreciate that. Just out loud.
Yeah, absolutely.
Out loud.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get into it with some more questions. Now we ain't. That's it. Don't ask again, okay? I want to make sure the people know. Don't ask again. That first. Okay, that is the first thing. First. Snip it, Taylor. You got us. Okay,
yeah, don't snip that first.
That is the first clip. Okay, so your name carries weight, as we've already kind of talked about. Your game earned respect from me, from others, but beyond the accolades and applause, what do you deeply wish people understood about the woman behind the jersey at the time that you were playing?
That I was shy but confident. A lot of people looked at how I played the game as the person off the court. On the court, between those four lawns, I'm a dog.
Yeah.
I'm cocky, arrogant, but they don't know the days that I cried.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They don't know the sacrifice that my mama made for me to be here.
Yeah.
So when I'm out there, I'm not going to give her half of me.
Yeah.
But off the court, shy. Walk with your head down. Yeah. So I think those two that they got mixed up, of the player and the person.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Why do you think you were shy? What was it? You know, because I think a lot of people deal with that, like just insecurities, right? But when you confident in what you can do, it's a different, totally different person, right? Yep. Why do you think you were shy? What was that?
I think because you didn't pour into yourself enough. I think you poured into the game of basketball, but you left yourself. So I think a lot of girls, they look at others. Yeah. Like, okay, she got this, she could do that. And I think kids today, that's what they struggle with. Yeah. Is understanding that their journey is different from your journey. Your background is different from my background. But we still have to put our pants leg one leg at a time. Right. So she's not better than me. It just looks like it. Yeah. It's a lot of people now that has money, but you will never know. You would never know because the way they look. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We have this persona of like, okay, whoo, she look like she got money, but you don't know how many bills is past due. You don't know how many headaches. You don't know the struggle. You know what I'm saying? They just look on the outside because social media has taken a toll on a lot of people. Yeah. So you look at Facebook and you think everybody has their life together and they don't. Yeah. Yeah. So I think a lot of girls, instead of, you can pour yourself into the game, but also pour into yourself. Yeah. And I think that's something that I should have done at a young age. Yeah. But I mean, I was shy. Yeah. Yeah. But people didn't know that. You know, they'd speak, I wouldn't speak back. Yeah, it was that. That's couldn't look you in your eye. confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah. But on the court, oh, I'm
Totally
looking.
different. Totally different
I'm gonna
person.
look you in your face and
Yeah.
scream and one. But off
Yeah.
the court, you look at me, you wouldn't see that. You would see me in a corner by myself, thinking about the next play, thinking
Yeah.
about the next game. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You brought up your mama, and I
Mm-hmm.
gotta go back there, right? Mama Marilyn, baby, everybody know her,
The
okay?
cheerleader.
The cheerleader in every room when it comes to the court, she there, she in the stands,
Mm-hmm.
especially when it came to her girls.
Yep.
And so, let's talk about just the sacrifice. Like you
Mm-hmm.
brought it up. What were the sacrifices that you feel like Sharon that she had to make sure that you guys were okay?
I mean, because it was me and Charlotte together.
Mm-hmm.
So you raising two girls
Yeah.
by yourself for the most part.
Yeah.
I don't think we met our dad till later on.
Mm.
You know, I don't, she never downplayed him, never talked bad about him, never, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we didn't know, he was our superhero and we didn't even know.
Yeah.
But I think she sacrificed, you know, working numerous jobs over and over. It's times that we didn't, you know, have nothing to eat. People don't know that.
Yeah.
You know, I remember one of our first Christmas, we had so many gifts. So many gifts. First time. And somebody broke in the house. Yeah. Broke in the house, took our gifts. And so it was just like, okay.
Yeah.
When I get older.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna forget that. So yeah. She sacrificed a lot for it. And that's why I said, once I got on the court, I'm not wasting your money.
Yeah.
Because that's money that you worked hard for.
Yeah.
And so that's why I tell Dior, all I want is effort.
Yeah.
If you can't give me that, you're not playing. It's bigger than basketball. It's bigger than baseball. It's bigger than football. You're going to give me everything.
Yeah.
And if you're not, you can go home.
Yeah. Or stop.
Simple.
Yeah. Just let me know.
Yeah. And if that's not, you're going to finish what you started. That's what she always told us. You're going to, if you don't like it, next year we'll try something else.
Yeah.
But no, she sacrificed a lot for us.
Man.
And that's why we forever giving back.
Yeah. Listen, I love her. She has always been the biggest cheerleader, not just because it was basketball, but just in life in general. You know, we would see her quite often because our kids had multiple surgeries.
Exactly.
And she was the person there helping us through that. But I'm just so grateful for her and just what she did pour into you guys. Do you, and I know you see the effort and everything that she sacrificed, but what is your goal now when it comes to making sure that your mom knows that she is appreciated?
I mean, we just take care of her.
Yeah.
I mean, she don't care about gifts and money and none of that. She just want to feel appreciated every day. And we make sure to do that.
Yeah.
Even if it's, you know, the simple things of a flower. She don't care.
Yeah.
Cutting her yard, putting gas in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the little things with her. And that's the thing that separates her from everybody else.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right. So from the courts of Millwood to the Hall of Fame at OCU, your path is filled with a lot of milestones, and we've all been witness, especially if you live in Oklahoma, you know. But what moment, maybe not even by the crowd, that truly shaped who you are outside of basketball? What was that one moment?
Ooh, yeah, that's a tough one. That shaped me. I would say being the first to graduate. The first of the family to graduate from college.
Really? From college?
College.
First generation? Wow.
I would say that's beyond, you know, because everybody swore up and down I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And so that was a goal of mine. Like, no, I'm going to be the first to graduate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bigger than basketball for me.
For sure.
So, yeah.
And what did you graduate as far as your major? What was that?
Criminal justice.
Criminal justice.
Bachelor of Science. Okay. Criminal justice. Yep.
Cool. Cool. All right. You've boldly chosen to live life on your own terms because you already said, I ain't going back to basketball, y'all. It ain't happening. Not everyone has the courage to do that. And we've already talked about that. But what did it take to start rewriting that script, especially when the world kept trying to hand you that?
You have to be able to say no. Nobody's going to live your life but you. You can't tell me how to live. You can, but I'm not going to listen.
Yeah.
Because it's my path. It's my journey. And I tell every kid, even when they're being recruited, go to that school that you feel is best for you. Not your parents, because they don't have to go to class. Nobody had to go to class. Nobody had to do these workouts. Nobody had to deal with these players. Nobody had to deal with these teachers but me. And I feel like a lot of kids don't do that. Yeah. They do it for the fame and the glitz and the glory.
Or their parents.
Yeah. I needed OCU.
Yeah.
Small classes, small campus, I knew that's the only way I would graduate. Being down the street from my mama's house, you know, oh my gosh, she only went to OCU for her mom. So, and she never missed a game.
Yeah.
Never missed a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care if it was 5 minutes. She took my car my freshman year to make sure I stood on campus, stayed on campus so I can get that campus feel. But again, live in your truth. Stand up for what you believe in. Stand up for what you feel is right. And I feel like OCU was right. Did I want to make that choice? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I did not want. I cried and cried. I said, Mom, I'm not telling them yes.
Why?
I wanted to go to Oklahoma Christian.
Okay.
But they didn't offer me a full ride. And I told them, we don't have the money to pay for a half of a partial scholarship when OCU had just won 3 national championships. And they offer me a full. So you're telling me I'm not good enough to play for your school where I want to go because that's our religion from a religion standpoint.
Yeah.
And you only offer me a half. And then when I said I was going to OCU, now you want to offer me a full.
Yeah.
Like, where did that come from? Yeah. So yeah, I took that to heart every time. And still to this day, she would not admit that she only offered me a partial. She won't. She'd be like, oh, she hates me. Tell the people why.
Why?
Tell the people why. You didn't think I was good enough. Yeah. So every time I step on that court, I'm going to give you 40.
Period.
Exactly.
Period. Because y'all played them.
It was in our conference, and I would not shake her hand, and I don't care.
Yeah.
I hold grudges because there was no reason for you to do that.
Yeah.
But you thought I wasn't good enough. And I took that with me as motivation.
Yeah, for sure. So
this school was offering me a full ride, and they just won 3 national championships. And y'all going to say a partial? I said, okay.
Yeah.
Never forgot it. Still ain't forgot it. And that was
clearly.
I still got angry.
Listen, I felt it all over y'all.
Every time I see her, I walk right past her and be like, ooh, you dirty dog. Wow. I promise you. And that's being real. I can't stand that lady.
Yeah. And we keeps it real in the real room.
No, it's real.
Have you ever felt pressure though? Like I know you say it's been easy for you to say no. Was there ever a time where it was hard to say no to going back to basketball?
No.
In any way? No. You just was able to just switch it off.
Yes. And I say that because I had to.
Yeah.
Because I don't even remember telling my mom that I was going overseas for 5 years. She said, you always said you was only doing 5 years. And this is before I even knew I was going.
Yeah.
And so I did 5 years. On my 4th year, we lost the championship. I said, I'm going back. I can't leave my career not on a winning note. Yeah. I did that in college because I didn't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? In the sense of I can't go back.
Yeah.
So I said, no, once I win, I'm done. Never look back.
Now, where did you go overseas?
Slovakia, Germany, and then Iceland for 3 years.
What favorite place?
Iceland.
Really?
By far.
Why?
It was Americanized. Everything was in English.
Okay.
We had American food. Everybody treated me like I was a human being and not, loving basketball, America's greatest. You know what I'm saying? They treated me just like them, like family. And the rest, Slovakia and Germany didn't.
Yeah. Was it like just they thought y'all were famous? Like, what was that feeling?
You talking about in Iceland?
Yeah, I mean, no, not Iceland, because you said they treated you like family. But what was the difference? I know you said
I think it's the players.
Okay.
They felt threatened. They wanted things their way. And at the time, I was just like, bro, I'm just over here to play the game.
Yeah, I just want to play.
I don't care about none of that other stuff.
Yeah.
I just want to win and go home.
Yeah.
But they didn't treat me like I was part of the family. So I prayed to God. I said, you know what? I'll take a pay cut to be happy. And that was the happiest time. It wasn't pay cuts.
Really?
All my jobs that I had, the pay cuts, wasn't making much. Yeah. Those were the happiest times I had. And I don't know if that's coming from growing up.
Yeah.
But the happiest.
Yeah. Most of the time I've learned that, because I've done the same thing, like took a $30,000 pay cut.
Yeah.
But it was the direction in which I felt God was leading me. And that was probably one of the most times, like happiest of times and times that I felt most fulfilled.
Yep.
Right.
Because he going to put you in uncomfortable situations just to see. I said, it's uncomfortable, but I'm happy.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable, but I'm happy.
Yeah.
And when you reach a certain age, it's peace.
Yeah.
All the other stuff don't matter. It does not matter.
Baby, I'm the most peaceful right now in my life. You know what I'm saying? I say it all the time. I'll be like, I wish I could have skipped 20s and
Mhm.
30s and just went
Just
straight
went
to
right there.
40s.
Mhm.
Baby,
It's peaceful.
it's amazing. It's okay.
I turned it off.
Yeah.
I thought,
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Somebody is trying to call Takesha right now. Stop. Okay.
please, you're making me look bad.
Yeah, so I mean, honestly, just the most peaceful I've ever been is right now in this moment because it's like, I don't know, it was just a switch. And you
Mhm.
probably can speak to this. Like, I don't care what people think
Nope.
anymore. I don't like it, don't bother me what you
Nope.
say. Like, I'm doing things
My way.
my way.
Mhm.
Like, and I'm good with that.
And it is what it is.
Yeah.
Because it's this not your life, this mine.
And period.
And you can't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you cannot. I'm stubborn too.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Have you ever found yourself buried under the weight of others' expectations? And I know we've talked about basketball, but just outside of that as well, family, fans, coaches, culture. If so, what did that pressure steal from you in that season?
Like I told you before, it's uncomfortable to be in those seasons because when you switch from being quote unquote one of the best basketball players, they think everything you do has their expectations, but it's all about what your expectations is.
Yeah.
They want you to have the glitz and the glamour. Oh, you did this or you did that. You used to be skinny. You know what I'm saying? They see this person that's no longer there. I'm a mother first. No, I'm not gonna be in basketball shape. No, I'm not gonna be able to do what I did before. That's why I left it where it was.
Yeah.
People like, oh, you can get out there and play. Da, da, da. No, because y'all won't get the fact of this ain't the Hall of Fame Keisha Watson.
Right.
This is the one that ain't worked out in I don't know how long. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't get past that.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, no, I'm not going to play. I'm not going to do this because y'all expectations of me, it's way on the outside. But my expectations is I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm good. Now I haven't embraced my weight yet, but once I get there, you're in for a rude awakening.
Yeah.
But I think everybody has expectations of, even with Dior. Oh my God, his dad is NFL and his mom is, he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
No, I want him to have fun.
Yeah.
I want him to enjoy the game.
Yeah.
When we go to the game and he plays, we'll talk about it there. Once we hit that car, we don't talk about that.
How do you switch that off? How do you switch off? And maybe it's not even a switch off, but I know that competitive side is still in you.
Absolutely.
And you do still have, you have desires and stuff for your kid, right? Because I'm speaking to myself.
Right.
It was hard for me
It
to
is.
switch it off.
It is.
How do you do that? How do you not talk about it in the car?
Because I want him to enjoy it and not push me away.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because he already knows my mom was this, my dad was that.
This.
So people expect.
Right.
No, I want you to enjoy life.
Yeah.
I want you to enjoy the game. I don't want you to resent me for pushing you too hard at the age of 9. I want you to continue to love going to practice. I want you to continue to set your stuff out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want you to enjoy that. So when I get to the car, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're not going to the league tomorrow. You're not.
Right.
When that turnover you had, nobody remembers that but you. When you get in the car, we talking about McDonald's, we talking about school, we talking about something other than basketball, other than football, other than baseball.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to say, you should have hit that ball, you shouldn't have struck out, at the game. But once we hit that door, the pressure's off.
Yeah.
You putting the pressure on yourself because I'm not doing it. Don't allow my face to determine how you play. All I ask you is to effort and have fun. Even his daddy understands that. Yeah. He don't put, hey man, you should have did this. All right, you ready to go eat? He's the same way. Yeah. Dior, if you want to train, ask mama, I'll train you. But I'm not going to knock on your door. We're going to go train.
Force you to do it. Yeah.
No. If you want it, you want it. Yeah. Mama, can I run the hill? Yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
I'm not going to correct you. I'm not going to do none of that.
Dang.
I have to.
That's discipline because, baby.
Yeah. I be wanting to be like,
baby, we got in that car.
Because it's too many kids. It's 75. I think they did a study. It's 75% of kids stop before the age of 13.
And I was going to ask you that. Have you seen great kids, like people that had so much potential?
Fall off. And I tell people, you see other kids that's better than Dior. Yeah. I don't worry about that. Yeah. Because 1, he's a coach's kid. 2, I want him to develop I don't want you to be a star at 9 and then you can't, everybody done caught up to your skill set when you get older.
Yeah.
I want you to keep development every year. Get something better that you can use.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna start with the fundamentals.
That part.
I don't care about rankings. He not gonna care about rankings. I don't care. No, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Because you ranking a third grader, a fourth grader is
I
ridiculous
don't
to me.
understand it. But anyway.
No, because
Yeah.
who's gonna remember? Oh my God, I was ranked.
Third grade. Yeah.
No, I want you to develop and I want you to have fun doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not putting no pressure on you because you can't be me or your dad.
Yeah.
You can be your version
That part.
because you're gonna be different.
Mhm.
It is what it is.
That's good. Listen, I wish you could have rewinded that and told me that about 10, 15 years ago.
It's tough.
Baby.
Yeah.
That I think that was the hardest thing for me is because you as a parent, you see how great they can be, the potential.
They got to see it first.
That's the part. That's the
They
part.
got to see it first. And until he sees it,
yeah,
you're going to do it till you blue in the face.
Yeah.
And now you angry and he sees this and now he's like, well, I disappointed my mom or my dad. Don't use that word. Don't use that disappointed. Yeah. No, you didn't disappoint me.
Yeah.
When you don't play hard, that's disappointment.
Yeah.
Because we're putting in investments to you. Other than that, there ain't no disappointment because of your play. Because you got other days to make up for that.
Right.
Nobody remembers that you turned it off at 3-minute mark on the fourth quarter. Who cares? That's what I tell them that all the time. Who cares?
Yeah.
I don't care if you strike out, but you looking at the ball. No, that's quitting. No, strike out with swinging.
Yeah.
And missing. That means you trying. But when you just sit there and no, I can't do that. I can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can't.
Now you gonna hurt for me.
Yes. Yes. Until we get to the car.
Yeah.
And once we hit that car, it shuts off.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's good. Okay. What was the turning point for you when you finally said, I can't live for them anymore. I have to live for me. What did that freedom cost you and what did it give to you in return? And I feel like you've already kind of talked about it, but is there anything else that you want to elaborate on with that? Yeah.
It cost me my peace. It cost me some friends in the process because they wanted you to stay the same. But no, I'm more vocal.
Yeah.
I'm going to stand 10 toes down. I'm not that little girl that's going to allow you to just talk for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk for me and I'm going to stand on it. And if I said it, I can repeat it.
Yeah.
And how you take it is how you take it.
Yeah.
I live with it.
Yeah.
But I'm peaceful.
Yeah. Like I'm at peace. I don't have to worry about nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nope.
Who is Keisha right now in this moment? Like, let's go here. Do you have a fear right now in this moment?
No fears.
No fears.
I've done everything that I wanted to do.
No regrets.
No regrets. I graduated from Millwood. I graduated college. I went overseas. I became a coach. When everybody, oh my God, you gave your life up for a child. And my child went with me. He's sitting on the bench with me. I did that.
Yeah.
Never thought I'd be a teacher. But that was my way to stay around, to show somebody else.
Yeah.
That's one of my, being able to be a teacher is hard. But it's rewarding.
Baby, I commend y'all because there's no way.
I couldn't do past elementary. Though.
Okay,
no,
listen.
Just seeing those kids and the stories that they have at that young age, that keeps me going.
Yeah.
And the hugs and the, can you be my mama?
Oh.
I love you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, those are the things you carry.
Yeah.
And I think that's what, I have no regrets. None.
Yeah. And I feel like now it's just, instead of pouring it into basketball, you now found a new way to do it, and it's through teaching.
It is.
Right? And you getting the younger ones before they even get into middle
get
school and have these ideas and thoughts. You know what I'm
we're going to talk about it. They come in class, I was bad today. Why were you bad?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to use the word bad, but why were you acting up in class? Well, I was talking too much. Okay, let's try not to talk too much. And so now they're comforter. Okay, all right, Miss Watson, I had a good day. Or when you walking down the hallway, Miss Watson, my shoes is too little. You know what I'm saying? So you like, okay, well, let me find you some shoes.
Yeah.
So they know when you come in the gym, it's comfort. It's home cooking. It's home sweet home. And y'all can actually talk to me because I'm not going to okay, you acting up in class. Okay, what can we do to fix it?
Yeah.
How can I help you help me?
Yeah.
Because you think I'm helping you, but you actually helping me too.
Yeah.
Because when I get home, I'm not, snapping. I'm like, okay, Dior, what happened? What, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
now it's, like I said, me teaching elementary has really helped me with knowing, the verbiage, knowing, with my own, because that's his grade.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Whew, okay.
Man.
Now that your wins aren't measured by points or trophies, what does legacy mean to you in this new season of purpose and peace?
People is never going to forget me.
Mm.
My legacy will always be there. And that's not being cocky. That's just being who I am.
Yeah.
People, I want them to remember me not only from basketball, but what I did in the community, how I touched these kids' lives, how I gave back. Because there's several times that I don't need an audience. I don't have to post about it. I don't have, I don't need none of that. But there's times that I've had to give my own to these kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the things you do in the community is what is more important to me now.
And it'll outlast you. I truly believe that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Truly believe it will definitely outlast you.
Mhm.
I look at teachers now and I just like, I joke, I couldn't do it. I really couldn't. But
And that was me.
Yeah.
That was me until I got into that purpose of like, shoot, PE is fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it fun. Because I did cosmic bowling one time, and they was like, I'd never been bowling before.
Oh.
Lights out, music. You know what I'm saying? The LED lights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what's important.
Yeah.
That's bigger than basketball.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm living in my purpose.
How does it feel to be doing it at the place that I use the term with your sister raised you, right? But I mean, how does it feel to be able to give back at Millwood?
It feels good, and I couldn't see myself doing it anywhere else. When I known the job was open, not very many people it was a turnover every year. Nobody stayed, and I was like, what did they do?
Yeah.
That I, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, something ain't right. So then finally, I had the classroom management. Then it was like, okay, now they respect me. Now, and it was like, okay, now I got it. After that first year, I was like, ooh, no, y'all got me messed. Yeah. But then it was like, these kids just want trust. You remember when you had to trust your PE teacher?
Yeah.
Like, what did you do? What did he do to gain your trust?
Yeah.
And so I think now it's hit me like, okay, this is what I enjoy doing.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. If a young woman came to you unsure of who she is, trying to quiet the noise of opinions and pressures, and we know as young women we deal with a lot, right? What truth would you speak over her that you had to first learn to speak over yourself?
To be you. Don't allow others to define you, because they will. Don't allow people to put you in a box. You are bigger than what people think you are. You can do whatever you think you can, and try to block out the noise. Get around good people that's going to tell you the truth, as well as commend you and applaud you when you do something good, but also be able to tell you, be critical. Because that's the only way you grow, is to accept criticism. Yeah, it's hard. It's uncomfortable. Nobody wants to hear it at times, but that's the way to grow. And those are the people that you need around you. Not too many yes men's.
Yeah, man.
But definitely look yourself in the mirror and appreciate who you are.
Yeah. Yeah. What is it that that gets Keisha going right now?
Oof. Going far as what?
Just give you energy, gives you, that will to keep going.
My son.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And these kids, because I feel like they need me.
Yeah.
Outside of course, their own parents. But like I said, to see them come in there excited to even just come in PE when you done got in trouble for one, or you have a bad home life for two, or you know what I'm saying? It's that joy of just seeing those kids come down the hall and come in your classroom and say, Miss Watson, Miss Watson.
Yeah.
You're my favorite teacher. Yeah. Or you walk in the cafeteria and they're clapping, Miss Watson. You know what I'm saying? That brings me joy as well as my son.
Yeah.
So,
do they know who you were at Millwood? You don't even bring it up.
They don't.
Come on.
because it's bigger than that.
Yeah.
I don't want people to say, "Oh my gosh, she was the best back." No, I want you to say, "I love her, the person."
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't want basketball to define me. That was just something I did.
Yeah.
That's not the person that I am. Even in relationships, don't talk to me about basketball. That means you don't want to get to know who I am. Because I don't want to talk about that. I
Yeah.
really hate talking about it, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. But that's what people see me as.
Yep. Yep.
But I'm more than basketball.
Yeah.
More than basketball. Yeah, it saved my life. It was my token out. But
Yeah.
what can you say about me outside of basketball?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in plenty of relationships because of that.
Mm.
Good people, good men. I just couldn't do it.
Because that's all they
That's
talked
all
about.
they talked about.
Really?
Literally. All he talked
So
about.
y'all sitting at dinner and they like
talk about basketball.
that's awkward.
Very.
Like, yeah.
Very. It's like, dude.
That ain't
no.
Yeah.
No.
That ain't me.
That's all one-on-one. Can we play with no?
Yeah.
I'm not a one-on-one player in the first place. 2, I'm not playing you.
Yeah.
For what?
Why
are we bringing up love and basketball?
Are we recreating love and
Yes,
basketball?
like no.
That's
It's
crazy.
annoying. It really
Yeah.
is. I hate when people just constantly talk about
Yeah.
basketball. I watch it. I love it. I do.
Right.
I do, but I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I want you to talk about something else.
Yeah.
And they can't do that.
Yeah.
That's why, oh my God, you're gonna coach, you're gonna do that. No, I'm not.
Not doing it.
When 3:30 hit, 3:31, I'm out, baby. I promise
Deuces.
you. Every time. Every time.
What's the ideal, night, just enjoy where Keisha enjoys herself? What does that look like?
Dallas, Texas. Away from here.
Really? And it's Dallas.
It's Dallas.
Huh.
Because it's so much to do.
Yeah.
And most of my friends are there. Like my best friends are there. And we don't have to do much of nothing. Just enjoy each other's company. And that's my peace. So when I want peace and away from everything and decompress, I'll go to Dallas. Even if I drive down there and come back. Yeah. I'll do a turnaround. Because you have to get away to seeing the same things over and over and over and over. Yeah. Because I really didn't, think I would be living in Oklahoma, to be honest.
I'd be like, am I still here?
Yeah, exactly. But it's so much big. And my grandma is one of the reasons why I came back. So, yeah. Yeah.
Your family structure, just y'all's family in general, is solid. Speak on, just that. It's you and your 2 sisters. Y'all have a brother, right?
On my dad's side.
On your dad's side. Yeah. And then nephews, all of the things. Y'all got all boys.
All boys.
That's crazy. How does that happen?
We was trying for a girl, but it is.
Oh my God.
And I'm sure all the boys that have girls.
Girls, that part. That's how it works. Yep. So talk to me about what they mean to you. What does your family mean to you?
Means a lot. Yeah. Because you want that support. You want that love. And I just have friends that don't have that structure. And you see it and you're like, dang, how do you deal with not having a mom you can deal with? You know what I'm saying? Or a dad that you actually see, or nephews that you can hang with. Like it's crazy how it all life works. Just even with, this weekend, us getting together, for my grandma. That's what she wanted. Everybody get together. And we still doing it even though she's, going on. But just having that camaraderie. And I think, my mom being the snake, the head of the snake, and coordinating all this and understanding that life is short. Yeah. So
it's not promised.
It's not promised. And every day, you look at the pictures, you're like, dang, they gone. Yeah. They gone. But just taking life for what it is, because life is short.
I think that's the season I am in now, is just, really taking in my family. Like, busy all the time, right? Got all kinds of things going on. But one thing that, like, don't call me to come out, because most likely I'm not. Right. I prefer to be here with my kids at the house, and I think
they remember that. They don't forget that. Yeah. They don't forget
and
that.
So I think, far as when it comes to family, when you have that and you realize how important it is, you don't take it for granted. And when I look at y'all are very close-knit group of people, and I love seeing that, just even with the boys and y'all's
I mean,
nephews,
that's all we
kids,
got.
baby.
That's
I
all we
love your
got.
family, and that's why I was like, I have to have you on. A little birdie told me you need to have Keisha all by herself. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, we gonna make it work. So
Yeah.
I definitely appreciate you. What is it that, people may not know that you want to share, that you want to give to the people, that they may not know? I mean, that's basically my
I
question.
mean, they
They know
not,
everything.
no, not everything. I mean, for the most part, they do.
Yeah.
I'm me.
Yeah.
I'm stubborn. I'm a hustler. I'm a
Baby.
go getter. I'm a
Baby.
go getter,
Yeah.
and I stand on what I believe in,
Yeah.
and nobody's gonna deter me from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's next for you in this season of your life? What do you look forward to?
I look forward to growing as a mother, as a teacher, as a sister, as an aunt, as a Christian,
Yeah.
especially Christian, because I've been struggling with getting in them pews,
Yeah.
but I
Listen.
do, but just being able to evolve overall and setting that blueprint away from the game of basketball.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Listen, I'm struggling too. This is my thing. I'm like, listen, I listen to the church. I do online,
Yep.
right? And so I'm just like, and every day there's time with God. And so my daddy get on to me all the time about going to a
Yep.
church. I've had my experience with church hurt, right? And
Yep.
so for me, the way mentally for me is to
Mhm.
not be in the building, but to make sure that I'm getting it,
And
right?
I mean, you got to pray about that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Because it's, like I said, it's hard.
Yeah.
But then I also think like, okay, well, you would get up for a training session.
That part.
You would get up
You'll
for
get for work.
you would get up for 8 a.m. basketball game.
That part.
So that's what I have to tell myself, even
Yeah.
though I go back to sleep, but still. I'm gonna do better.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah, I am.
I'm
I'm a work in progress. So
Yeah.
even though you reach a certain age, you think there's no more to be done. It's still construction.
Yeah.
And you still can fix some things. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm working on.
Well, listen, I appreciate you for being here. Is there anything? Because I feel like I'll probably never get the chance to get you back here. But is there anything that you want to say or ask or whatever the case may be?
No, just make sure you clip that first clip. That's it. The first one. You don't need nothing else. You ain't got to share nothing else about this interview. Just share that one. Make sure you get the words correctly. Your little captions that flash across.
Yeah,
make sure you got that. Yeah,
yeah.
make sure you got that one on there, so they ain't just turning my words and say, "Oh no, she said she might."
Said she coming back.
No, Toya wanted that job. She wanted what it entails.
Come on.
And I can't save her for the rest of her life. We can't, as big sisters, we got to let her make mistakes and be able to learn and grow from them. She's going to have ups and downs. All we can do is pray for her, but she got to be able to do it on her own.
How do you feel about that now? We there? I know we about to close, but I gotta know. We gotta talk about that real quick. What is your thoughts about her taking this role and your hopes for her?
My thoughts is as a big sister, don't do it. Cause that's a tough job. Nobody thinks, one, she's quiet. They think she's quiet. It's one of the biggest jobs in Oklahoma. Millwood is always a huge job just because of the history. So you wanted to be protective, but she really, really wanted it. Yeah. So now you got to take a step back and say, okay, this is what you really, really wanted. Now you got to do it.
Yeah, do it, and I'm gonna support you.
That's it.
Yeah,
but from afar.
Yeah, yeah.
Now you're gonna shed some tears. You're gonna win some games. You're gonna lose some games. But how do you bounce back as a coach? You have to figure that out. Yeah. You got to figure out how to grasp those kids. You got to figure out how to grasp those adults. You got to figure out how to grasp those alumni. Yeah. Because alumni base is big, but it's what you do for it. We can't do it. Yeah. We can't protect you as much as we want to. We got to let you go, and then you got to figure it out from there. I can't help you. Yep. They say, "Oh, you gonna help?" She got it. Yeah. I know because she can't. But we can't. Because if we continue to help her, she's not gonna grow. She's not gonna learn. Yeah. No. She got to learn on her own.
And this is in the most respectful way, y'all.
It is.
But
Absolutely.
yeah,
It's tough love.
It's tough love.
It's tough because that
Yeah.
position is tough.
Mhm.
So if we're not tough on her, then the world's going to be even tougher.
Yeah.
So now it's like, okay, I wanted the big girl seat.
Here we go.
That's it. We're going.
And Millwood is a different culture.
It
like,
is.
I
and
mean,
that's the thing.
yeah.
Like I said, as a big sister, you want to protect her. Be like, no, don't take it. It's too big. It's too. But she said, no, I want it. I want to change the culture. I want to change Millwood. I want to get back to where I was when we were there.
Yeah.
And that's her goal. So that's the goal she's gonna take.
Yeah.
That's her goal. I can't determine her goal is.
Yeah.
So if I'm constantly, let me help you, let me figure it out, she's never gonna do it on her own.
Yeah.
So now she has to do it.
Yeah.
She in the big girl seat now. Let's see
Buckle
get
up.
hot. Yeah.
Buckle up.
It's gonna be a ride. It's gonna be a ride. And
Oh,
she
yeah.
go year to year and she be like, okay, I ain't doing that no more. Let me do this. You know what I'm saying? And it's so much talent coming up from the middle school.
Yeah.
A lot of talent. Elementary is probably one of the most talented kids. And they big. Huge.
I don't even understand. I said, what are y'all feeding these kids?
Our elementary is huge. From our kindergarten is one of the tallest kids.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy. Well, it's gonna definitely be fun. I look forward to. I had her and Coach Bass here, and I was like, I'm gonna be at the games. And then I looked at Coach Bass. I was like, girl, you too far.
Yeah, no, for real. You got to leave her your house 4 o'clock.
Baby, you too far. I love you, but you too far. No, I'm looking forward to all of it. I think she's gonna do an amazing job, and I know you know that too. And like you said, it's gonna be some lessons that she definitely will have to learn throughout this this time. But yeah, is there anything far as that you want to share with the people how they can reach you? Because you do a lot of things. Listen, you wear a lot of hats. So
a lot of
cut yards, do this, do that, like landscaping business. How can they reach you if they wanted to?
Social media, Facebook, Takesha Watson, TA hyphen.
Don't get that hyphen. Okay.
I put that in there because I had a stalker and he still found me. But anyway, KESHA Watson.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay.
I'm not on Instagram, so.
Okay.
And you ain't getting my Snap, so.
And that part. Yeah. I'm not even on Snap. I don't even know what that is. Listen.
You ain't getting none of that.
Listen.
But yeah, I do it all. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you. I thank you for coming on here, setting the record straight. Don't ask no more.
Don't ask.
Don't even message me. Don't
Ooh,
nothing.
Baby, you should have seen that inbox. Auntie was tired.
Yeah. She said Auntie was tired.
I said, let me make me a press release.
Yeah, basically. And you did.
And did.
Yeah.
And did.
Yeah. Now, I respect it. You have given a lot to Oklahoma, not just in basketball, but the way you have represented Oklahoma and carried yourself. And so I want to publicly say thank you for that. Thank you for being the example of, a competitor, a true competitor that loves the game, loves what they do, and setting that example, not just for me, but for my kids. And so I appreciate it. Love you dearly.
Love you too.
And
yes, Lord.
Listen, we in this thing. So listen, you can set your own terms when it comes to your life, and don't let anybody define who you are. She has been the example of what it's like to have major accolades and be able to walk into rooms and do some incredible things. But again, you get to set the standard and create your own life for you, and so do that. Again, we are here in the real room, and as always, keep it real. Until next time.
Signing off.